Okay, our next pitch, James Hackett, co-founder of MetaFling.
Hi, yes. We're MetaFling, Charlotte Sell and myself, James Hackett. Both of us have got 20 years experience in the financial industry each. And basically it started one morning that every time I go for a coffee, I always seem to have insufficient funds in my account. It seems to me that banks in Australia tend to not to push notifications to your account or to your device to say how much funds you have. You generally have to log into them. So when we looked into this problem space, expanded out from it, we noticed it could actually be used for medical scenarios, addictive personalities, or for groups of people, i.e. students or businesses. What this solution allows us, it allows us to basically, for yourself, is to monitor your own account for fraud in real time. Generally, banks take about a couple of hours after an incident occurred to actually notify you. This will actually stop that and reduce that time lag to virtually zero in this scenario. Secondly, people who have medical conditions, i.e. like Alzheimer's or partially blind, could actually be done fraud against them in that scenario because the $20 can look like $200 and they'd be charged accordingly. There's no recourse. This app or solution will allow you as a third party to verify by a four-eye solution that no fraudulent activity can occur against them. And at the same time, for groups, it allows you to do group invoicing in share home or corporations that is basically an extension of 6 eyes or 4 eyes processes. Now, part of the course is what we look at is the verification process. Now, in Asia, this is very easy to do. It's very busy. It's a saturated market. WeChat actually does these facilities built into it straight away. In Europe, this has been forced open on the banks themselves by now, middle of this, as it's occurring now. And next year, the European directive and PS2 directive will force banks to open their accounts open. Australia is not so. At the moment, it's still trying to implement NPP. The rest of the world done that 4 years ago. We may not see, and on top of that, PayPal, Samsung Pay actually have that facility as part of Braintree. If you actually look into it, it's what NPP will eventually be. They've already done it. So that's a technical verification. Now, part of the solution is, as it's so big that you implement it in Australia, the business model changes. You actually have to create a whole ecosystem working in Australia because you have no facility to use open APIs. The next thing is, because it's part of the social networks, facility of WeChat, whatever, consumers expect this for free. There's no revenue generation at all in this product. It's part of their solution, their environment. Without this, you will not exist in social networks. It's basically bread and butter now as a standard, non-revenue product out there. So what we learned realistically for startup Onramp is that you may have a really good innovative idea. The issue is that our minimal viable products ideally should be the toothbrush, the old Roman toothbrush, but realistically we need to create an electric toothbrush to be actually businessly viable. The scalability of this type of solution is it's a very large upfront cost to actually implement it in this environment. So currently, what we're doing now is we're actually pivoting away from this. However, if anyone feels that they can help us work out if this is a viable business model, it would be much appreciated after the presentation. Thanks.